Hey YouTube, I'm Luke. Nice to meet you guys. Kind of new to this whole thing. Hope you guys like all my videos. To kind of introduce myself, I'm going to tell you guys a story about the time me and my friends got arrested. So what happened first is we go to the movies, get really bored, leave, come back to my house, get really drunk, get really bored again, and decide we want to leave. So what we did next was steal my mom's car. Keep in mind, none of us have a license. We're all 15 and underage. So me, being the dumbass that I am, decides to go get my mom's keys. I look over at Joe like, "Hey man, you're not drinking tonight. You want to drive?" Adam's just as drunk as I am and looks over at Joe and goes, "Yeah man, come on." Joe decides to be a nice guy and says yes. The reason why Joe's not drinking is because he has epilepsy and could possibly have a seizure at any time. Finally, we're in the car and decide what we want to do. So we're riding around for a little bit, having a good time, and these girls hit us up. I'm not going to say the girls' names because they potentially got us arrested. That's weird. What the hell is this? Anyways, we pull up to their house, wait like 25 minutes for them to sneak out. So in the meantime, I slapped Joe in the face. If you know Joe, he's obviously not going to take that. So he hits me in the face, and I get out of the car. After that, Joe gets out of the car and beats the shit out of me. This is where things get bad. Someone thought it was a real fight and called the cops. We had no idea yet, so we just get back in the car laughing. Next thing we know, pretty much surrounded by cops. So we're freaking out because we still have beer in the car. First cop walks up to Joe and asks him to step out of the vehicle. I couldn't really hear what they were talking about, but then this fat bitch walks up from behind us and asks us to get out of the vehicle. She's all like, "Isn't it past your bedtime?" I look at this bitch like she's crazy and look over at Adam and he's like laughing his ass off. So then she gets our information and goes back to the other cop. We both get back in the car, and so does Joe. So I look at Joe and ask him what did he tell him. He says, "I don't know man, I just told him that I was 16 and I have my license." I'm like, "Joe, I could kiss you right now." He's like, "Get the fuck out of my face man, leave me alone." So this other cop walks up from behind us and says, "You guys been drinking tonight?" I didn't realize that none of these other cops asked us that question. So I told him the truth. And I said, "Yes, sir, there's a six-pack in the console." So he grabs the six-pack and puts it in his car. The other cop walks back over to Joe and says, "Son, are you sure you're 16? He looks up and goes, "No, sir, I'm not." So then the cop goes, "Cuff him." So then the fat bitch that me and Adam talked to says, "They all need to get cuffed then." In the back of my mind, I'm sitting there thinking, have you heard of Jenny Craig, bitch? Anyways, there's like 5 cop cars, and they put us all in the same one. Adam's on my left, and Joe's on my right. Me and Joe look at each other at the same time and just start dying. This is some movie type shit, bro. Me and Joe look over at Adam and he's sitting there like, "My parents are gonna fucking kill me, man." So then they go get my mom and she gets in the car and leaves. So we're finally on our way to the police station. And earlier that day, right before we went to the movies, we went to McDonald's. And that deal where if you get like a large or something, you get the Monopoly pieces. Well, we were one piece away from getting $1 million, which was like Parkway or something. So out of nowhere, Adam asked the cop if he could ask him a question. The cop goes, "Go ahead, son." So Adam goes, "Well, the thing is, sir, we went to McDonald's earlier, and I'm one piece away from winning $1 million. So do you happen to have the Parkway piece? I'm sure if I won $1 million, my parents wouldn't ground me." Me and Joe just start dying, like we cannot stop laughing. So finally, we get to the police station, fill out the information, and have to wait till our parents pick us up. Joe almost gets out instantly. Adam sits in there for a good 4 hours. My mom leaves me in there for the rest of the night. That's pretty much it. Hope you guys liked the video. If you didn't, let me know in the box below. Subscribe if you want to. Hope you guys watch more of my videos. Thanks. See ya.